Welcome back, everybody, to the Creating Character Podcast. My name is James Willems, and I am one of your hosts for this show. I'm joined, as always, by...
Am I on camera?
Yeah, because I can't hide you this time.
Yes, I'm Scorpio Sky. Yes, that's my name. As you see, we are sitting next to each other, and if you've watched this show before, I apologize. And you know what that means. We've got a guest this week, so we're going to get right into it. I'm excited for it. He is a stand-up comedian. He has done pro wrestling. He's done FearLA from the Lakers podcasting. And most of all, in my favor, he is my mother effing friend.
Nice.
Mark Gonzales.
What's happening, everybody?
Man, It's good to have you here.
I love the intro. Thank you for that.
Bro, I'm not a great intro guy, but you know, I'm just throwing them out there.
Yeah, you put me over, brother.
Yeah, I'm just shooting.
Yeah, man. We go back. I mean, for our love of obviously pro wrestling, but also the Lakers too, and comedy. And I was trying to think back. I think we first met. I was trying to go to I enlisted in wrestling school, as I can relate to you guys, because I know you guys are joined wrestling school as well. And I remember my first day, I didn't realize it was you. You were going to be the coach. And I already followed you because I'm a big Laker fan, and I know you knew the Lakers. And I remember we were just talking, I mentioned Kobe, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, you like the Lakers? And I was like, yeah, I run a FearLA blog. You're like, wait, you run FearLA? I was like, yeah. He's like, I love that blog. I follow that too. I was like, oh, really? And then that was it. The rest was history. We're always talking about Kobe. We're always talking about comedy and the Lakers, and it was cool.
It was very much like a little kid's moment where when you were a little kid, all it took to become friends, it was just like, oh, you have a WWF lunch pail? I like wrestling too. We're friends now.
Yeah.
That's literally how it always is.
And it was dope. And ever since we started partying, hanging out, and we had Taco Tuesdays, it's been a blast hanging out with you.
A lot of good times.
Wait, so just timeline wise.
Yes.
When was this?
2012?
It was 12.
I think.
Yeah.
So, you've been in the stand-up comedy world for a long time, and we'll get to that in a moment. But what made you, I know you grew up a wrestling fan, what made you kind of want to take that step and get into the wrestling business at the time?
I just wanted to, ever since I was a kid, I wanted to be a pro wrestler. That was it, And then over the years, I eventually started doing stand-up, and that was my calling. But deep down inside, it's like Rocky going, still got something in the basement, right down in there. And that was me with pro wrestling. I was like, I got to see if, I got to fulfill this dream of mine. And the more that I was doing it, the more I was realizing, wow, this is a lot of dedication, like physically, as far as everything else too. And I was out of shape. I think back then I was maybe like 9 years into comedy. So I had the body of a comedian doing 8 years. So, a lot of Miller Lights, a lot of nachos, a lot of buffalo wings. So I kind of had to decide like what I'm going to take more serious. And so with pro wrestling, I was like, I pretty much have to start all over. With comedy, I was like, well, I keep going. I made it this far. Like, why not keep going? And so, plus it was less painful. That was like probably the most important thing. Because, oh man, I think I bruised my ribs like with the first couple of weeks. I got kneed in the chest.
Oh, yeah.
So I was like, I think I'm gonna go this way. But with pro wrestling, man, I mean, it's just that's what I wanted to do and wanted to just try to see if I can do it. I never had a match. I only took classes and that was it. But maybe one day we'll see.
Yeah, man. And that's kind of how I feel about comedy, like stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
I think you and I are kind of opposite sides of the frame and sense of like you're a stand-up comedian veteran, but you've got that love for pro wrestling and you don't necessarily want to do it for a living, but you definitely want to dip your toe into it a little bit just because you love it so much. And I'm the opposite. Obviously, I've had the wrestling career, veteran, done it for a long time, but have always loved stand-up comedy. I just don't think I'm funny. And so I want to dip my toe in it. I want to do something with it at some point, whether it be on stage or behind the scenes or something like that. But that's kind of I feel like he's a lot like yourself in dipping his toe in a lot of different things.
Yeah.
And now we're kind of like the Expendables.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're all
hold on, because we're old.
Yeah. But we're like
I thought you were gonna say I was like Blade. Because I've done both. I've gotten booed
Wesley
on
Snipes?
stage and in a wrestling ring until you feel both the boos. The good thing about wrestling is that if you get booed, then you go back through the curtain and then people like high five you and they say, nice job out there.
That's a
but
good
it's
point.
not the same with stand up.
Oh, I just try not to make eye contact. That's it. You'll get him next time, buddy.
But you know what? I gotta imagine like bombing in stand-up comedy has got to be similar to like having a really bad wrestling match.
Oh,
where
I
you
bet.
just
Yeah.
where you're just blowing spots and stuff like that. It's probably very similar.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, you get it. You get the the adrenaline, but it's not necessarily. It's more of the panic, if anything. It's more like, I got to do something. Just anything, and then you start kind of trying to figuring out in the moment like what's working, what can work, and then as older I got into comedy, I know the tools and I know what to do and whatnot. But man, those beginning bombings were just like. I'm not gonna wake up tomorrow. I don't care.
Yeah.
Can we talk about how you got into stand up?
Oh, yeah.
Because I'd love to hear where you got started and like how you kind of found your way into it.
Yeah, I started in 2006, so it'll be my 20th year next year. And a lot of people would just ask me like, "Hey man, like you're really cool to hang out with." I remember some guy made a comment. He goes, "People should pay you to hang out with them." And I was like, "How can I do that?" You know? And I was like, "There's multiple ways. Let me go down Figueroa." No, on the wrong street. But no, instead I was like, I typed in comedy class, and improv class got me Acme Comedy Theater in off of Beverly. And I was doing improv for the first, my first time ever. And some guy in the class was like, "Hey man, you know what? You're built more for stand up. Like you should," because I kept getting in trouble because I kept looking for the jokes. And of course, in improv, you're supposed to continue the story, and so forth. And I was, I was a comic. Like I just wanted to find the funny and make it funny and get the laughs. They're like, you need to do stand up.
So the guy was like, you were at an improv class. The guy said you should do stand up, and you said yes and and you proved his ass wrong.
Yes, and can have my money back for this class. Didn't work out.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then I just started doing open mics. It was a Tuesday. I remember that because it was the Laugh Factory open mic. And I stood in line, and for a couple hours, I went up, completely bombed. I got the light. I just froze, but I was just saying a bunch of premises that I had in my head.
Yeah.
But I got off stage shaking and just kind of like, oh my God, that was the most fun I've ever had in my life. I have to do that again. But I was like, but I have to learn how to be funnier. And that was the journey. And that was, when I got into stand up when I was a kid. So like my dad would watch Andrew Dice Clay, Sam Kinison, Eddie Murphy. So I was, cut from that cloth. So that's really, I didn't know I had that passion in me, but it emotionally connected and then off to the races with me.
That's awesome.
One of the things you and I always talk about is the similarities between getting into the wrestling business and getting into the stand-up comedy business and hustling for those bookings. Talk about that a little bit, like how your start was, how you were getting yourself out there and getting your name relevant. And it's all about credits and things of that nature, and obviously in trying to get those bookings.
Yeah, and then by the way, I'm using this as a credit, so
Hell
thank
yeah,
you.
bro.
Because the Viceland one's old now. But anyway, as far as those beginning stages, it was a lot of just grinding. You find your peers. I was fortunate to, when I first got started, I met Cory and Chad, the Smash Brothers. Shout out to them. And they took me on the road. They're about 5 years in already. So I learned a lot from them. But those, it starts with just hitting the mics every night, networking, getting to know people, just very much like, I'm sure like in the pro wrestling world, you just keep networking, keep being cool, give, but also, I know everyone's trying to receive, but you also want to give at the same time. And that's one thing I learned, and just, supporting each other, showing up for each other's shows, getting to know bookers. And then it's just really off at that point, you just kind of, it almost like slowly starts happening, but it doesn't happen unless you start. If that makes sense.
Yeah, for sure. And it sounds like reliable commitment to the craft and stuff, because for me, everyone always thinks like, oh, I got to be the best, or there's something like I got to be the best. But the truth is like, you want to be consistent, and you want to be the person that a booker for either, it feels like they know that they can call you and you're going to be there on time.
Yeah.
You're going to deliver what was agreed upon, and then it's going to be cool. That's like how you get the next thing. It's not by showing up with some sort of ego because you think you're the best one, or like, it's building cool relationships and committing yourself to that craft.
Yeah, a lot of bookers and producers remember the cool ones that were easy to work with and showed up and had a good time. They're not going to call you back if you're just, being a jerk the whole time and just being hard to work with. It's like, who wants that? So that's, and that's where it starts. And then little by little, you find your community and your gang, and, and you just, it's kind of a like I'm still friends with a lot of the comedians I started off with. So, we knew each other in our 20s, I'll be 42 in a couple weeks. So it's like crazy how, we're a family too. So that's why I like that comedy community, which I'm sure, I know pro wrestling's like that too.
Yeah, for sure. And one of the things that I really like about this show that we try to blah 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 get in touch with is when we say creating character, it's a lot of it is about the roadblocks that you face along your path. And one of the things I always bring up are the people that helped me, the Frankie Kazarians, the Christopher Daniels, and those types of people. Who are some of the people in your world that had kind of helped you and took you under their wing?
Oh, the main ones, as I mentioned, Cory and Chad, the Smash Brothers, and I was fortunate to meet Ralphie May, a comedian that's passed away back in 2017, and he took me under his wing too, and it was cool. It was getting to work with him in Vegas. And on the road, when I have so many stories with us, he just wanted to make sure everyone was good. And he also gave me that opportunity where, it's tough, comedians are always fighting for that spot. And, I always say the comedy gods blessed me with that. So, I got a chance to work with Ralphie. And then, over the years, there's some other comedians that, there's so many to name. Usually a lot of them are the ones that you hear now. Like, oh yeah, I went, I used to do open mics with him. Oh yeah, I used to do a room with him. And it's just, it's cool to see, as far as everybody. But I mean, to name, there's so many names, but the main ones I would say definitely Ralphie, Cory, and Chad. Phil Medina, as of late, he took me under his wing and he's teaching me a lot and elevated my game as well too. And man, I'm trying to think. I've got some really good advice from Joe Coy, Carlos Mencia. That's one thing. I listen. I always I pick comedians' brains and whatever knowledge they have. I just try to absorb it. One of the most important things I tell new comics now is that it's not a race. It's a marathon, not a race. Because that helps me. Because I was doing stand up. I remember like my third or fourth year, and I was like, I feel the bitterness creeping in because people that started around my time and around my level are like getting TV deals and spots, and I'm just like, wait, So it's one of those things where it's like, oh yeah, everyone's at their own pace. Everyone has their own footing, and I just, I guess my comedy career is the Rodney Dangerfield approach, where it's going to take another 20 years. So, hey, I'll be an overnight success, baby, in, a couple more years.
My career was very similar. Very similar. I know you have something. But, I was the, 10, 15-year overnight success.
Yeah.
So, sometimes it is just about the marathon, and sometimes you have to be the tortoise but just staying consistent and staying at it. And, you never know. You never know. The light at the end of the tunnel is there, but you just have to keep walking whether you see it or not.
Yeah, and it's the worst thing you could do is quit. I actually gave this speech the other day to a friend of mine, and I said that's the worst thing that you could, for me to do, especially I've gotten this far. It's like I can't see myself not doing stand-up. There's a couple times where I thought about hanging it up or I tried quitting, but it was like a John Wick movie. It just kept following me and coming back. I'm like, okay, fine.
Stand up killed your dog.
It's a new bit. If John Wick was a comedian, he just would have wrote about it.
Yeah. I was just going to follow up and say, you obviously named some people to help you along the way. Now, can you name some of the people that screwed you over?
That's actually what I was trying to avoid.
Bill Goldberg.
That's never. I find that's never useful either, right? Like,
I laugh because there's comedians that have helped me. I'm like, I don't know, the FBI investigated him.
That's good.
How crucial was Jeffrey Epstein to you?
Oh God! What about the other guy
He
from
flew you
Hollywood?
from place to place.
What's his name?
From Hollywood? You have to be more specific.
He was from. He started the Me Too movement. Basically, what was his name?
I'm trying to think.
I don't know. You'd be talking about
God, man, he
two,
was like the
two and a
old,
half dozen men,
disgusting
honestly.
guy.
It was Harvey Weinstein.
Thank you.
Harvey. Yeah, he gave me. He had a great taste in movies.
I have an uncle.
What?
This is rough.
Where are we going?
I have an uncle.
Eric, our producer Eric, who we didn't get to intro at the top of the show.
Sorry,
our producer Eric
sorry
is
about
here.
that, Eric.
I looked over. He's on this call, listening quietly, but his eyes went so wide when you just started talking.
I have an uncle, and we're all together not that long ago. We're hanging out. And he goes, no, listen.
Oh, boy. Bad start.
Hold on. Was he holding a plate of food when he was saying?
We were eating.
Yes.
We were eating. He's like, no, listen. This guy goes down, and now there are no good movies. Movies are just not good anymore.
Yeah. I mean, he had great taste in movies.
And I was like, oh, God.
Yeah.
He's
Do you want another Avatar series or do you want another Tarantino?
Oh God.
Yeah.
Eric, I apologize we didn't intro you.
It could have gone way worse.
This is. I hate that I'm coming in at this part of this
Hey,
conversation.
Yeah, welcome, Eric. Speaking of problematic men, welcome, Eric.
Hey, what the hell?
I want to ask you. You mentioned like this, overnight success over the course of 20 years thing or whatever. But like one of the things we always talk about is the goal setting, like the journey. If you love doing it, it doesn't have to ever be about a finish line, but you set these like goalposts for yourself. Man, it'd be great to do this. It'd be great to do that. What are some of your not too distant future, like reachable goalposts that you're working towards?
I always tell like comedians too, it's like everyone has their own definition of success. I mean, I think we all do, right? So, some people want to, make movies. Some people want to have a TV shows or want to have a, just, whatever, a book. The whole point of them, I know actors, I just get into comedy just, for more, eyes on them. But I measure it based on the legacy that I'm trying to leave. Because this, whatever timeline we're in, like, I just want to make sure I was a good person and I made everybody laugh as much and as best as I could.
Like
for
Harvey
myself.
Weinstein.
Exactly. And so quality over quantity, kids. Anyway, no. And lost my train of thought.
Sorry.
No, back it up. Let's see.
You wanted to leave a good impression.
There you go.
Yeah.
So measure,
legacy.
of success. Yes. And that's really it. To be honest, I've done a lot of cool stuff. I mean, I would love to quit a day job. That'd be great. But that would be literally just making it a living and finally getting back on top where I left off with Ralphie. And that's really just, try to reclaim that position in my life. But also I did some really cool things over the past 19 years where, I hit the road so many times. Like I said, I toured with, Ralphie and the guys, Cory and Chad, and even Phil. So many stories, so many adventures really. So it's like, that's how I would measure like that success where I got to do this, I got to do that. I opened up for a funny story. I opened up for War and Tower of Power. The old 80s band. I don't know if you remember that, but I opened them up in San Jose and in front of like 15, almost 2,000 people. I got booed. So I was 8 years in and I made an Asian joke and I didn't realize San Jose was filled with a very heavy Asian population and they didn't like that. So I was like, hey, I'm Filipino. Never mind. I'm Mexican. No, you guys got it. And they just booed. So I have that story. But and it just, but like to me, that's like, the fact that I live life as I do and am and continuing, that's like my level of success. I said, financially, yes, absolutely. I want to get there. But as of right now, I'm doing it. Like I'm having fun. And that's the whole point of it for me.
You talked about Ralphie May a few times and how he was a mentor of yours. You were very close to that situation when he passed away.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, I was with him. I was one that knocked on his door and there he was, and I had to call 911. And it was wild because, I name dropped him when I was on the line with the operator thinking that they would hurry up. And instead, I got like a bunch of text messages within 5-10 minutes. Like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. RIP Ralphie May. I'm like, what's going on? Like, I didn't even say anything. Like, and I asked the cop after, like, oh yeah, man, they're on payroll with TMZ. Like, they're just, as soon as they hear a name.
Holy cow.
Yeah, I didn't have time to register it, like to really like go through the motions. I was just like, my friend is gone. Like,
okay, so wait, roll it back here. That was fast. So you were at his house?
Yes. Yeah, so we're in Vegas. He had a residency in Vegas at Harrah's, and we were staying at the host's house. And so Ralphie was there, and we were there, and I was staying there with him, helping him out. And that night he was sick. He was battling pneumonia for like quite a long time. And so he started feeling better and he started talking again and moved around. And I remember the night before we were talking and I was like, I literally told him like, man, we got scared. Like we were going to lose you. He's like, I know. And we always said this inside joke where we love Conan the Barbarian and I was his magician and he was Conan. So, we just, talked about that scene and we just laughed and we're like, all right, cool. And he went to go do a set. And it was a heavy week because it was right after that shooting in Vegas too. So it was that same week.
Right.
And so there was a lot going on. And that night he was, he was doing okay. He was feeling better and he wanted a chicken sandwich. He goes, yeah, let's eat. Like, cool. We ate. And then, I said, good night. Love you. We'll see you tomorrow. And that was the last time I talked to him. And he was running late for an interview in the morning. And so I had to go wake him up. And then, that's when I walked in. He was unconscious. He passed away in his sleep overnight.
Yeah.
Cardiac arrest. Hopefully he just didn't go, in that much pain. He just, it was quick for him. But it's been ever since that moment, it's been interesting because of course I was like there, I always had a running joke which Ralphie would have laughed, where I go, there was 2 lives lost that day, Ralphie May's and my comedy career. So,
yeah,
but no one wants to laugh at that. I'm going, come on.
Yeah.
Ralphie would have loved that.
I mean, that's the power of comedy though, right? Like, it's like, cause I'm sorry you had to deal with that. Seriously. That's incredibly difficult, but then the fact that you can be like, well, what's my ammunition? Like, what can I take from this? It's like I can find a way to make myself laugh, to push through, and
that's it. And that's what taught me a lot. Like, I've had a lot of other things and loved ones gone, and that really just really shook the foundation of me, but also made me stronger. And also kind of like, ever since then, it always feels like he's that little voice over my shoulder or in my head that helps me kind of like direct, and that's, and I truly do feel that, with them. So, but, overall it's, I'm just trying to keep his legacy alive too, because, he was one of the greatest human beings like ever. He would have had so much fun with you guys. So.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. That's awesome to hear.
Big wrestling fan too.
That's great.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that guy on your t-shirt. Right there.
Yeah. Here we go.
The late great Kobe Bryant. And you and I have had many, many days where we're hanging out and maybe we're having a few beverages, a few soda pops.
There you go.
Okay, great.
Maybe
this is nice.
We might, maybe there's some candle smoke going on around, and
it smells good in there,
or something like that.
You guys witches?
And
sage,
and some sage, and we're like, well, let's watch some Kobe highlights.
Yeah.
Like, we've obviously both been very expired. Wait, what am I? I cannot speak to it.
Explicit?
Did I smoke with you before this or something?
What
Did
happened?
I not? Like, I can't speak for some reason.
I might have came in smelling her.
I'm getting the contact. We're both very inspired by Kobe Bryant. Talk about that, please, because I obviously can't.
Our love for Kobe goes deep, man. Like during those times of, all the, like even with my comedy career, like I've always, we talk about parallels and, watching the Lakers play, well, obviously watching Kobe play with the Lakers and, winning championships, losing, all that was so like inspiring for life and kind of like, grabbing it. Like I remember like, when we were trained, you would tell me like Mamba mentality. Cause I was like, I remember one time there was one thing you told me that I was caught. And I remember you said, you might have been last, you might have been, you might have not lasted as long as everybody else, but you never quit. And he goes, and that's the one thing that you stood out, but better than everybody else. And that's what Kobe installed us. You know, it's just you don't quit, and that. It's that, like, my favorite is him just getting sweet revenge on teams. And I think that was the most inspiring. I grew up, in the 80s, so I watched a lot of 80s action movies, and I always thought Kobe was just that action hero character. Like, he was the Batman of LA. He was, our Arnold. He was our superhero. So that's how I always looked at him. And to this day, like I have him on my phone screen. Like I just, he's the biggest inspiration, my muse, like without a doubt, like number one. Probably.
Are you LA born and raised?
Yeah, I was born in Glendale specifically, and raised in Baldwin Park, born in LA, SoCal, San Gabriel Valley. So I'm very local, very LA. I got the skyline tattooed on me here. So yeah, very very LA.
Yeah. I'll never forget. Obviously, the day Kobe passed, you and I went to LA Live, downtown LA. We were there with hundreds of Laker fans, Kobe fans, just paying tribute. We ended up actually in a documentary.
Yeah.
Really?
Kobe documentary.
French one, right?
Yeah, it was like a French one or something like that. It was on Roku.
Roku, yeah.
But that was a powerful day. I mean, one of the things that Kobe really instilled is kind of goes to all of us, is that the journey is the dream.
Yes.
He always said that at the end of his career, like the journey is the dream, and it's not so much about the destination. And I think that's a great message to remember. I want to pivot slightly though.
Yeah.
I have been trying to get James to be a Laker fan for years. From the last podcast to this podcast. He's not really he's not an anti-Laker fan. He's not really a basketball guy.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
What is your greatest pitch on making him and getting him dialed in and watching the Lakers and supporting the Lakers.
You want to feel like a winner all the time?
Yeah.
Be a Lakers fan.
Okay. All right.
Lakers
okay.
in 5. We're the only basketball team that have talk about self-righteous. We are, because we expect it. Kobe kind of like put that in us, where it's like championship or bust. Yeah. So that's like the top. That's what you have to aim for. So when it comes to the Lakers, it's like they just strive to be number one and have the most titles, have the best team. We have our hiccups and our ups and downs, but as far as like overall, like the Lakers, I mean, it has the look of LA, of Hollywood. It has the heart of LA as well too. I mean, I know that could be argued with the Dodgers too, but with the Lakers, I mean, everyone, this whole town mostly, is if you're especially if you're from LA and you're rooted here, like it's Lakers first.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, that's always my pitch. It's like, we want to be a winner. Be a Laker. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Dr. Jerry Buss started
not a bad pitch.
No, yeah.
It's not a bad pitch.
Yeah. I mean, what do you want to root for? The Clippers? What do you download an app for that too?
What if you're like comfortable just meddling?
You can meddle a little bit.
Like third. Like bronze. Like one of my perspective on success is like just getting to stand on the podium anywhere's fine.
Okay.
Hey,
does that mean I feel like that means I'm out of the Lakers mindset?
No, I mean,
right?
you could be on the championship team, but you don't play minutes.
Yeah, that's fine. That's great.
Yeah.
But I could pay my mortgage.
You could pay your mortgage.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
What team is that? What team is that?
Back of the bench on the Lakers.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I mean,
the
Lakers and
though.
Dodgers, and now it's like basically same ownership. So
The interesting thing so much about the Lakers and Los Angeles, as someone who is a transplant, right? I grew up in North Carolina and moved here in 2006. I didn't find out until much later that the city of Los Angeles has a flag. You know how Chicago has a flag? CM Punk wears it on everything.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh yeah. I was like, wait, do cities have flags? Yeah, it turns out they all do. But the Los Angeles one just sucks so terribly. Like, have you ever seen it?
I don't think I've
I was
ever
trying to
seen
think. Our
it.
flag? I'm trying to think.
No one in LA realizes or really thinks or has any idea what the Los Angeles city flag looks like. It's not great. And in my mind, it's always been the Lakers. Like, if there was a flag, it probably should be. See,
I was gonna say, I don't know what you're talking about. This looks great to me.
That's it right there. Actually, that's the flag.
That's
right
a great
there.
flag. I don't know if anybody I don't know. There's not a single camera.
But the colors of the Lakers, even since I was a kid, those are the colors of Los Angeles.
It is.
And I think that's just like something that's built in.
It's also
right?
the colors of creating character pod. If we
Yeah,
look around
shockingly,
and
how did
see.
that happen?
I don't know how that
How'd that
happened.
slip by?
We need that purple hue in here.
Yeah.
The colors of your championship as well.
Oh, Genie.
Oh yeah,
He's the one that came up with the name Genie.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Fun fact, yeah.
For the championship.
Oh,
I text him.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey man, I think I want to do something where I've got this Lakers belt I'm going to debut pretty soon. And I want to call it something. I don't know if it's like, if I want to call it Mamba or I want to call it, I don't know what other options I had.
Yeah.
And I was like, I just want it to be something catchy. You were like, what about Genie?
Yeah.
And I was like, holy cow, that's perfect.
Because winning time was out. And we were watching Winning Time.
That's
and,
right. We were Genie Bean.
Genie Bean.
And so yeah, you gave me the idea to name it Genie. And I mean, just history was made.
It was cool. Oh, dude, we're so hyped, especially when we finally saw it in person. We're like, this is dope.
So good. So
It's
good,
dope.
man.
Yeah.
So good.
I always live vicariously through you when it comes to your pro wrestling. That's why I'm like, dude, give me your figure, sign it. I was like, I won't have kids, but one day I'm going to pass along to some kid.
Yeah. You there, boy.
Whoever I'm dating, here you go.
The kid goes, who the hell is this?
To who? This is Gonzo.
Oh man. Well, yeah. So are we gonna? Do you want to get into a game? We're gonna. You're down to play a game?
I'm down.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Okay.
We play this game. Eric, would you like to explain, or you want me to explain it?
Oh, I can explain it, Sky. Don't worry about it. Hey, what's up, Mark? Happy
you're
to
not
have
on this
you on the
episode
show.
enough,
Been
so.
great stories, really exciting stuff. So here's the thing: you're well seasoned. You've heard this show before, so you know exactly what we're about to get into. It's the lyrics game. I am going to sing. What? I don't understand. Everyone's shaking their head, but
No,
you should be
it's
shaking your head.
fine.
Yes,
It's me.
It's
I'm shaking
time
my
for the
head.
lyrics game. I'm going to sing some songs. You're going to tell me what those songs are. I'm going to present them as if this is going to be like listening to the radio, boys. This is, you turn this on, boom. What K-Rock? I don't know what the radio stations are in LA.
Yeah, K-Rock.
Boom, baby, hell
So
yeah.
you know he's spreading misinformation now, of course.
Yeah.
You've seen the show before, so
Yeah,
you
so
know
he knows what
he's
he's
spreading.
getting into.
I know.
All right.
That's why I'm like, oh, great. Like, here we go. I'm always like following along, so that's why.
Here we go. All right, so our name is our buzzer.
Yeah.
If you think you know what it is, mark and so on, and we're just gonna see who wins this one.
All right.
There's no pride in winning. Just want to put that out there. This
There's
ain't
also
a Lakers type scenario.
no prize if you win.
Yeah, no prize.
You win absolutely nothing.
I'm fine just getting on the podium.
All right, here we go.
Let's see how this goes. Here's my first one. Sorry, warm up my voice.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. I'm just a bachelor. I'm looking for a partner. Someone who knows how to ride without even falling off. Gotta be compatible.
I don't know who
Takes
it's by.
me to my
Sky.
limits. Yeah, Sky. Go ahead.
It's Pony.
Yeah.
Genuine.
That is right.
Right,
It is
okay.
Genuine Pony.
I couldn't remember who
Wow.
it was by.
Way to go.
No
Way
idea.
to go.
As soon as you said
Didn't have
I'm
a
just
clue.
a bachelor, I was like,
I
Never
just,
clue.
I was like, some late night, I remember this song.
okay, one.
And I also I'm confused because you said, but I sang it, so I'm not really sure what you're talking about.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
As soon as he heard those notes, those first notes,
As soon as things came out of your mouth.
things, barely sounds.
All right.
All right.
That's one.
Okay.
There's a second one. Ladies, leave your man at home.
Oh my
The
God.
club is full of ballers.
Sky.
And they're
Destiny's Child jumping.
I'm
I'm like Shane Haste over here.
Listen, you are running the tape. Honestly, everyone else looks like fools right now. for not
Do
knowing
we?
these songs.
Do we though? Do we though?
Yeah.
I mean, these are songs I do dance to.
This is
though.
my genre, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let's give you another one here. See if Sky can run the table. Let's keep it going. Many men wish death upon me. Blood
Sky.
in my eye, dog, and I can't see.
Sees the sky.
Mini Men 50 Cent.
That is absolutely
What is
correct.
going on? Hey, can we pick another
right there.
genre? Come on.
You know what?
Give us
James?
some
Give me
Morgan
some-
Waller
do
or
we have-
something.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
How about, hold on, we're both white. 90s alternative.
Yeah, there we go. 90s. I can do some 90s.
Yeah.
Off the top
You
of
know-
the
Do you have
dome,
any
you got
emo? The Black
mix it up.
Parade?
hit us with some. It's a
Len.
new day,
James.
but it all feels old. It's a good life.
James, Len, Steal My Sunshine.
Oh, dude, that's a banger.
Steal My Sunshine. That's a good song.
It's a great
It's a
song.
good song.
I could see Mr. Jones without looking at the lyrics.
Yeah,
for me.
If you steal my and you're like those, I know they're brother and sister, but they're fucking, right? That's when you watch that video. The whole thing, the whole
I
time
didn't
you're
know
watching
they were
the video.
brother and sister.
But the whole time you're watching the video, you're like, those two are having sex.
Oh boy. If you steal my sunshine, my sunshine.
The sample from that is really interesting.
It's from a movie, right?
What?
That's from a movie, right?
I know. No, I don't think it's from a movie, but it's from a song that's like this whole. None of the song sounds like that. They found this one section that goes dong da dong dong da dong, and they just repeated the whole thing ad nauseam.
interesting.
People are like, how did they find this? Where did they find this sample? What were they doing? It's crazy.
Okay, Eric, how many more you got?
I got two more,
He's
but
got
we'll
10
see how
more.
this one goes.
All right,
Also,
all right,
Just so
all right.
just so you know, the sample for Len Steal My Sunshine is from that song More.
More.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
But it doesn't sound
Okay.
anything
Just a
like
little
it
note.
except for a
Yep.
like break to the bridge.
Technically, I have already won.
Yes.
But
That
I'm
is
going.
true.
I'm
That
going
is
to.
true.
I'm going to do everyone a favor. I'm going to wipe the slate clean.
Wow.
So
Whoa.
whoever takes the
Next
best
two?
of these next two
Okay.
Incredible.
will be the winner.
The best
Okay.
of two.
The
It's
best
two.
of two.
It's two, by the way.
Championship. Championship mentality.
Best of two.
Just so you know.
I said I was the greatest. I never said I was the smartest.
I also
Do I
just
eat
wanna
a
point
do
out
I eat a
that-
Twix or do I eat a Twee?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
What?
I also just want to point out, if you think my singing's bad and then you sang Steal My Sunshine like that, I just don't understand.
That's how it sounds. That's how it sounds. He's saying it exactly like it sounds.
I was like, it was. I mean, I'm like a radio over here.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's the next one. We're change the genre up a little bit.
Okay.
Great.
Here we go.
Great. Here we go.
How can you see into my eyes like open doors?
James.
James.
Seal. Kiss from a Rose.
What?
No way.
No. What?
How can
I
you
don't know.
see
I
into my
just-
eyes like open doors.
Leading you down into my core, where I've become so
Oh,
numb
James.
without a soul. Okay.
Evanescence. Bring Me to Life.
That is right.
Oh, yeah,
that is
that's
absolutely
right.
it.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Seal
that
was
one, I'm
wishful
surprised. Like you need to know that, like that melody. Of
That's
that
the
one.
beginning. I don't know any of those words.
With
Yeah.
open doors.
I think my problem is I listen to a lot of death metal, so you're not going.
If you were a backyard wrestler in the late '90s, early 2000s, you know that song.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so
Do you have any
that one
ICP?
and Break Stuff.
Yeah. Oh, some Limp Bizkit.
Yeah,
See,
some
I can
Limp
do Limp
Bizkit,
Bizkit.
yeah.
Give me some new metal.
All right, we got one more.
Okay, yeah.
I got one more. Okay.
All right,
Shake that thing, Miss Kana Kana. Shake that thing,
Oh.
Miss Annabella. Shake that thing, Yon Donna Donna. Joni Rebecca. Woman, get busy. Just shake that booty nonstop. When the beat drops, just keep swinging
Mark.
it. Yeah,
Sean DePaul.
that is Sean Paul, but what's the song?
I can't remember.
Is it not Shake That Thing?
Shake.
It is. That is not the name of the
Oh,
song.
you know what? It has like a weird name. I think.
See, I'm usually drunk when I hear the song. So.
You're not supposed to know the names.
The next line is the name of the song, right?
That is-
The next two words is a no, and then whatever he says next is the name of the
I
song.
like how we're all just.
Yeah,
It's unlistenable podcast.
it's like me when I listen to Bad Bunny.
We should have took those edibles. So what?
know what?
I'm like, I don't know shit, but I'm
Mark,
moving.
Mark, I'll give you the point. The song is Get Busy.
Get busy.
busy.
Don't tip top, tip it up, hip hop
Yeah.
is up, hip it up. I don't know.
So,
Yep.
so truly,
Get busy.
I mean, I think even though Sky wiped the slate clean, I think we end with a tie. And I think the thing to take away here is we're all winners, boys.
There you go. There it is.
We're
There it
all
is.
winners.
There it is.
We're all winners.
Before we take this out, I gotta know, Mark.
Yeah.
You said you're a fan of the show. You followed along. I'm assuming you know that we have this debate about
right.
popcorn, about
Yes.
about going to the movie theater, getting popcorn, not seeing a movie, and just taking it to go. What are your thoughts? Are you pro? Are you for it? Are you against it? Where do you land on this conversation?
I never thought about it until the first time you told me that, and that was like years ago. And I remember, like, yeah, I just walked in, got some popcorn. I was like, you know what? That's a good idea, actually. So, like, because you make it at home, it's not as good as movie theater popcorn. Like it's like door dashing, but you go to it instead.
Yeah.
Like you have to go there. Yeah, you're gonna pay way too much for popcorn, but you're not gonna get anywhere else.
I think where it started is, we used to go to that bar on Myrtle,
Yeah.
and there was a movie theater right across the street, and it'd be like, all right, I'm going to go home, but why not I just walk across the street and grab a little popcorn to go? So you're for it.
Yeah.
You're a fan.
Absolutely. I remember you did that on a Taco Tuesday one time too. You just came back with popcorn in a bar. I was like, what the hell?
In the bar? Did I bring it to the bar?
Yeah, we were all eating out of it. That's why I go, okay, yeah. For popcorn.
Eric?
Sorry.
Incredible. I'm furious. I'm upset. Also, describing going to pick up food as it's like DoorDash, but you go to
yeah, I noticed that too.
You're paying for the
What are you
inconvenience.
talking
Yeah.
like it's picking up takeout. Guys, I'm thinking this
Yeah.
is like reverse DoorDash.
It's like saying talking to another human being is like calling them on the phone without the phone. Yeah,
I enjoy the pain.
It's the other way.
That's funny.
It's
That's
like
good.
texting in person.
Yeah.
Conversations.
It's wild.
Really passive. Passive popcorn.
Well, boys, this has been a great episode. I learned a lot. I don't know if any of it was good, but I learned a lot.
Yeah.
Everyone got to hear me sing, and that's really a highlight for me. So
Almost made it through.
come on.
Well, all right. Thank you, as always, for watching and listening to this podcast. If you want to get more of us, or you want to make sure you don't miss a single episode like Mark, then subscribe, follow us on YouTube, on Instagram, Creating Character Pod. It's also a great place to tell us about how you feel about popcorn.
For it, yeah. Of course.
For it, popcorn. Yeah, great. Okay, Eric's not so much. Eric, he's not enjoying this. It's clearly accepted by society. You seem to be
is.
the
I don't-
outlier.
yeah,
here.
but I don't like that it's clearly accepted by society. Like
Yeah.
that doesn't feel good. It's so expensive.
It's a thing. Reminder to all the watchers and listeners, get in the comment section. Let us know what match you want us to talk about. Next week, we will be back. We will be talking about that match, and let's make it fun. And my man, Gonzo, thank you for being here.
Yep.
Where can everybody find you?
Everywhere really at Gonzo at GONSZO.
Okay.
Gonzo.
Is it O or is zero?
GONSZO.
I don't know why I thought it was a zero.
I think I have an old Snapchat account have a zero, but because someone
What's your
Old
ICQ?
Snapchat.
How can people find you on ICQ? MSN Messenger.
money sign.
What
Gonzo.
is your Plenty of Fish profile?
Yeah.
Oh boy, I have to get it activated again. I don't know.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, guys.
If you guys want to find more of me, you can find me, James Willems, wherever you search for stuff. Also, if you want to hear more from me, I do another podcast called Answer For It. It's a trivia comedy podcast. We come out every single Tuesday. Sky?
And MPW.
MPW. Occasionally I wrestle at MPW in Chatsworth. Check them out. They post everything on YouTube, even if you can't be there in person. Sky?
Check me out, all social media apps, Scorpio Sky or something similar. I think I'm going to be back in Memphis wrestling next month, so keep your eyes locked on that, and we'll see you there. Eric?
Follow me at Eric Bedour everywhere. Have some shows coming up for Baracho Pro Wrestling in Austin, Texas, and New Texas Pro Wrestling in a month or so. So a lot of stuff going on, but AAPW is the place where you can find me most Saturdays and Thursdays for AAPW Heatwave and Rising, where I'll be on commentary.
Nice. Mark, we'd love to have you back if
Thank
you got
you.
the time.
Yes.
This
Absolutely.
is great.
Absolutely.
I feel like every single time I feel like we barely scratch the surface with the guests that we have, but especially in this case, I feel like we barely scratched.
Oh
the
yeah.
surface, so.
Oh, I would love to be back.
Yeah, yeah.
this is
We'll
so much fun.
definitely
figure
get
it
you
out.
back for sure.
Awesome. Thank you so much, as always, to everyone who watches and listens. And we'll see you next week with another episode of Creating Character Podcast.
Slayer.
Yes. Whoa. If you steal my sunshine.